What's up, y'all? Welcome to On Point, the mindset podcast for dancers, artists, athletes, and creatives. I'm your host, Latte, aka Lottie Dottie. We're back for episode 5. Aw, we're getting through it, y'all. I love it. In this episode, we're talking all about why motivation is fake. I'm going to be telling you guys about some things that other mindset coaches are not going to tell you about motivation. This all sounds like a wild hot take, but it's true. Motivation is fake. So this episode is for humans in general because I think we can all use a little bit of motivation. It's for dancers and athletes for sure, because I know that you guys can relate. I'm going to be giving you a few takes on motivation and its fakeness, and on the flip side of that, how you can actually tap into endless motivation. But Latte, I thought you said it was fake. Well, I did, but I'm also telling you how to find endless motivation, okay? Good. So motivation isn't real at all. You're not going to get it from reading a book. You're not going to get it from a course. You're not going to get it from an exercise that I'm going to give you. Nothing. You can't manifest it. I actually do not believe in motivation at all. Here's the thing. We still have to get shit accomplished, okay? And if you have no motivation at the time, what are you going to do? So when I'm in a funk, or if I don't have the motivation to get something done, I sit and I go through some hard truths with myself. And I'm going to share those with you guys. So these are some 5 motivation hard truths that I would like to share with you guys. Okay. So number 1, you don't have to feel motivated, happy, sad, ready, good enough, confident, sure, anything to get the job done. Sometimes you simply have to show up and get it done. The feeling attached does not matter. A good example of this is if you are, submitting like self-tapes. Like sometimes you literally going to work, you just have to get it done. You don't have to feel anything. Sometimes there's a job that needs to be done. So whether you feel motivated, happy about it, sad, that's just going to be extra stress and extra weight on you, okay? Detach the emotion, get it done. Number 2, and I feel very like millennial about this one, but sometimes you just need self-discipline and to be honest with yourself. There's a lot of like coddling feelings, I feel like, with like the younger generation right now, like Gen Z. Sorry, but like if I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna vibe with it. Like whatever. Like sometimes you just need self-discipline and get it done. And I don't know if this is like my ballet background, but like, dude, I would cry and my mom would be like, all right, it's time to go to ballet. And I would like wipe my tears, put on my tights and get the hell in the car. Like there was no, I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to go this week. My husband does jujitsu, and I think martial arts is kind of like the same. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. You show up. Like there's just a understanding that that's part of the culture, and sometimes you need to do hard things. I think it builds character. And so a lot of times we don't have a lot of self-discipline with ourselves because we like to like mask it. And listen, I'm all for like self-care. I'm all for self-love. Like I think that if you schedule it in, it's a good way to discern if this is self-love or if this is self-destruction. Like how many times are you going to say, no, I don't feel ready for the gym, I'm not going to go, until that's really like self-destruction. Like sometimes you just got to get up and go and do the hard shit. So sometimes you just need self-discipline. Number 3, I love this one lately. You need to understand that part-time work is going to give you part-time success and part-time results. I think I mentioned this on my like Instagram, but I'm trying to become a person that has abs, like well-defined abs this summer. Like it's it, babe. We're doing it this summer, okay? And I've been in the gym, like I've been good, okay? And so like the abs were looking good, but they're not looking great. And I'm like the other day I was like, damn, like what's going on? But I'm like, girl, like be for real. Like be for real. Like you're part-time, like you could go harder. You know what I mean? And me and my husband were talking about this. You always can go a little bit more than you think you can, but you want to self-preserve and you want to do just enough to get it done, right? But you don't go above and beyond for yourself, right? For other people, we might do that, but not for ourselves, we don't do that. So you need to understand that if you are ready to have big results, you need to be doing the big work. You need to be doing the hard work, showing up when you don't want to, motivation or not. Now, your ego is going to tell you all of this is really hard. It's going to tell you you're tired, that you should, like I said, practice self-care, like all of that. It's going to tell you something's wrong. You need to not listen. You need to push through. When was the last time you held yourself accountable? Oh my God, let's not talk about that, right? It's hard. It's so freaking hard, I swear. Number 4, I love this one too. If you aren't going to get a job done or thing done, someone else will. Simple. It really is simple. And I think that there's like a big push, not a big push, but like some people don't like competition. And number one, I'm just a competitive person. I don't know if it's my Capricorn rising or what, but I'm so competitive. But here's the thing. Competition just leads to better results for everybody. If you think about it that way, it makes you better because you're rising to the occasion. It makes, the person that you're competing against better because they need to rise to your standard. And then the people that are observing get either, inspired by both of you, or the consumer just gets better results. So I believe in a healthy competition. Now, what happens is we attach like emotions or like negative emotions to competition when it's just competition. It's just your performance that day. It doesn't say anything about the type of person you are. I love a good competitive moment. I will give you an example. So dance is a sport, and sports are competitive. Like, it's just what it is. And in college, when I was studying, me and my friend, so I got chosen for to be the principal dancer. And I was like, yes, bitch, we made it. I was so excited. And so I had a bunch of solo moments, and there was one piece that I just loved the outfit for, like everything about it. I was just like, oh, I love it. And I remember we would practice it, but like mid-semester, I started getting real comfortable, okay? And so I wasn't practicing as hard, and I would try to kind of show up late, and and my friend who was like just on top of it, like she's just on top of everything. So she also knew my part. And I remember our teacher one day was just like, yo, Corinne, do you know Latte's part? And she's like, yes. And my teacher's like, all right, go ahead and just do her part. And Latte, go ahead and sit out. And I had to sit and watch that piece that day. And oh my God, the next day, I have never been so motivated in my life. I swear, I came back fully rehearsed, fully ready to go. Like, I was like, no, I need to regain my spot, my solo. And here's the thing, you guys. In the end, it became her solo. And I just had to be okay with it, because I had to just understand that I was slacking. And we were still really great friends. And like, I was like, yeah, in the end, I was like, she killed it. So you need to understand, if you're not going to rise to the occasion, there's definitely somebody else that will. Look, you're one of one. You're the only one. You're unique. Okay, I got it. Totally. 100%. But there's another person out there that is also one of one and unique. And if you're not going to rise to the occasion and put your all into your performance, into your everything, somebody else will. And that's okay. It doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean anything about them. It's just what it is. Healthy competition. I love it. Number 5, and this one used to trip me up a lot because, like I've spoken about in past episodes, we love to be perfectionists, but you need to understand that done is better than perfect, babe. Sometimes you simply need to just show up and get it done. And I know that we like to be like, well, if it's not perfect, quality over quantity, I'm not going to do it. No, for the sake of progress, you need to just show up and get whatever it is done. You need to take steps towards the progress. Me with the gym. Oh my gosh, last week I was like, if I go to the gym right now, I'm going to expire on the treadmill. There's no way. I'm not going to get through a full workout that I have planned. I'm not going to do it. I just went anyways. And I didn't have a good workout. But I'm so proud that I just showed up for myself and went. I did not feel like it. I didn't feel motivated. And then even when I got there, I was like, this is not a good workout. And it wasn't a good workout. But it's the fact that I had the self-discipline and the self-respect and the integrity to show up for myself even when I didn't want to. Cool. So we've got our 5 motivational truths. And, you're like, Latte, this is easier said than done. Okay, well, I want you to ask yourself, is what you want in life worth the hard work and discomfort? Or are you more into preserving your ego? Are you willing to make the sacrifices to achieve what you want in life? Or do you want to stay comfortable? Is it going to hurt you more to be uncomfortable? Or is it going to hurt you more not to achieve what you set out for yourself? Me personally, I would much rather be 100 years old saying that I lived my life every single day. I worked, not even worked. I just put myself into uncomfortable positions so I can gain crazy results or experience things rather than I'm 100 years old and I was always comfortable and I always played it safe. Me personally. And everybody's different, and that's totally fine. But if you're like me and you need a little zest under your ass, then this episode is definitely for you. Now, what needs to happen is you need to take things to the next level and understand that you are going to be the source of your own motivation. Now, don't worry. That was a lot of hard truths. I get it. Okay. And it all sucks. Really. There's no way around it. But what kind of a coach would I be if I didn't have tools for you? Okay. So I've got you. These are your self-made motivators. And yes, I said motivation is fake. It is fake. But you get to be the source of your own motivation. So in a sense, it's kind of real. And these are essentially systems that we put in place in order to get shit done. Because you need a system. You need a plan. When you don't feel like you want to do something, which is going to be like 85 to 90% of the time, you need to have something in place to help you get shit done. So write these down. Number 1, are you motivated by money? Quite literally, this is how I lost like over 30 pounds. I kid you not. Last year, a little over a year ago now, I was like, I'm going to get in the gym. I'm going to get in the gym. Every Monday would come around. I'm going to get in the gym. I wasn't getting in no gym, y'all. There was no way that me just saying I was going to show up at the gym was getting my ass in the gym. It just wasn't. And then me and my husband try to hold each other accountable. That is the worst. We cannot do that. We don't do well with that system at all. It took me finding a personal trainer and paying her. I think I paid Tiffany, how much was she? Like $400 or $500 a month for me to get my ass in shape, get my ass in gear. Okay. Because I would prepay for the month and it would be the day to work out with her at like 7 a.m. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this, right? Because we don't feel like it. And then I would be like, wait, whoa. I paid her $500. I need to get my ass up right now. Sometimes money is your motivator, and that's totally fine. Use that to your advantage. So what I also like to do is I prepay for classes, depending on the week. I'll prepay for classes. If I know that, after work on Wednesday, I'm not going to feel motivated, I'll just already buy the class. I'll just buy the class already. So I don't even have that conversation with myself. I just have to go because I already spent the money. Number 2, are you motivated by social influence or friends? I did this challenge like a couple years ago. I think it was the plank challenge. Everybody was doing it. You guys remember that, where we would plank for like a minute, or I don't know, you post it on social media. The first 2 days, 3 days, it was cute, right? Oh, I'm going to do a minute plank and post it on social media because that's what everybody's doing, and tag plank challenge, whatever. Bro. And it was 30 days. I got to like day 5 and I was like, I'm already over this, babe. Wrap it up. But it was too late. I had already committed myself socially on the gram and told everybody I was going to do this. I have to commit now. Even with the podcast, sometimes I'm like, we're episode 5. So I actually haven't ran into that. But, or going to the gym. Like hey, I'm going to go to the gym right now. I'll post it on my story. Well, damn, now I have to go to the gym. I can't lie. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. I'm kind of motivated by that. Like, if I know that I'm going to have a hard time getting my ass to the gym, I might post something like, I'm going to the gym, because you have to stay accountable, right? People are going to ask, I thought you were in the gym. My sisters are. I thought you were in the gym. Number 3, are you motivated by something sweet? And not literally. This could be just positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement. That's like the OG of motivation. You do something that is favorable, you get a treat. You get a present, a little gifty gift. We love that. Me, this does not work for me. First of all, if I want something, I'm just going to get it. I have no self-control when it comes to that. Like, if I want to treat myself, I'm going to treat myself. So the idea of, hey, if you go to class, you can get a new pair of shoes or something. Like, I was already going to buy the pair of shoes. So positive reinforcement for me does not work. But a lot of my students have told me that they do really well with positive reinforcement. So there is people that do have a great result with positive reinforcement. So stick to what you know. If that works for you, then that works for you, babe. On the flip side of that, some not so sweet. Are you motivated by negative reinforcement? This is me. And it could be the ex-ballerina in me for sure. But I need the, like I said, the zest under my butt. Okay. I need you to cook me just a little bit so I can get into gear. So I will do that to myself, at the gym. Okay. If you don't hold this plank for 30 more seconds, like, really, you can't, this is the hardest part of your day. You can't hold I really get into my head like that. But here's the thing. It is not self-deprecating. I'm never once telling myself I suck. I'm not worthy. If you don't do this, you are a whatever. Like, it's never that. It's always on a very playful, come on, girl, you can't do 5 push-ups? What? You went through a whole college program, got your bachelor's and everything. You tell me you can't do 5 push-ups? I stay very surface level, okay? Because you got to love on yourself too. So if you go this route, just make sure you're not becoming self-deprecating. So yes, motivation is and is not real, okay? You're going to create it. Here is your homework, okay? So I want you to experiment with the different types of motivators. There's something that you need to get done. We live in a busy time, right? So I know that there's something that you personally need to get done right now. I want you to experiment with what motivates you. Is it money? Is it social acceptance? Is it some sweet? Is it some not sweet? What is it? Okay. And some will work for different things. Some will work for if you need to go to the gym. Some will work if you need to choreograph. Some will work if you, whatever. Okay. Try different motivators for different things. Your ego is going to kick and scream. You're going to get so many reasons why not to. And here's the thing. I got a little sauce for you. Okay. So whenever I get into a state where I am just coming up with nonstop reasons why not to do something, all I need to do is start a snowball effect of saying reasons why I need to do something. But it's easier said than done. So I have a little exercise that I use, okay? I say self, okay? On a scale from 1 to 10, how badly do I want to start a podcast? Okay? Because coming up with episodes and doing all that and producing it, filming it, it's hard. It's not easy. I say 10. Okay. And then I say self. Okay. Why didn't you say 5 on a scale from 1 to 10? Well, I didn't say 5 because I know that I'm able to. I know that I have a lot to offer to dancers and to artists. I want my voice to be heard in this industry and field. I want to help so many people. I know that it's a great way for me to utilize my creativity. And then boom, look at that. I have a list of 5 reasons already. Okay, well, imagine if I would have said, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, I want to do a podcast of 5. Okay, well, why didn't you say a 3? Well, because, and then the list goes on. So I'm asking you, on a scale from 1 to 10, how badly do you want to achieve what you want to achieve? You got your number? Okay, dope. And so why didn't you say a 1? And friend, if you said a 1, maybe let's reassess. Let's reassess what we want to do. Because you must, if you're at a 1 or a 0, it just sounds like that goal is not resonating with you. So maybe it's time to change it. But if you're at a 10 and you're constantly giving yourself those reasons why it's hard, everyone's going to think I'm weird, I have no followers, this, I think I suck, all these reasons. Okay, well, if you're at a 10, then why didn't you say an 8? Give me reasons. Boom. And then stick to those reasons. Write them down. Hold on to them. You need to be fighting your brain on why you should do something, not why you shouldn't. Got it? Perfect. So this week I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to go a little bit off script and just share a little bit of my personal life because I moved here to LA and I wanted to pursue my dreams. And I don't necessarily love just talking about myself. I think it's a little cringe, but I do have people that ask, and I think that, sharing your story can help other people. Absolutely. So I thought that I would share a little bit of my journey so far. But before I do that, I'm also doing something new this week. So if you've listened this far, I want you to know that I appreciate the ever-loving shit out of you. And thank you so much for just supporting all of my crazy endeavors that I just love to do so I can find an avenue to really help dancers and creatives the best way that I can. And this so far has really, I just feel really good about the podcast. Okay. So if you could do me a favor and leave me a 5-star rating and leave me a review, I will give you a shout out on the next podcast episode, okay? A review. If you want to even leave me a question to answer, I will answer it in the podcast. I will read your review. I will answer your question. I will give you a shout out, okay? But I want to start to really get my ratings up and all that jazz. You guys know the deal. Anyways, so back to my little tidbit, okay? So I moved to Los Angeles in September. Actually, I've had my apartment since September of last year. But I only just made my decision to really go full ass in my dreams of performing, of absorbing as much knowledge as possible, on working as a dancer as of January. There was just like a bunch of stuff, I think, leading up to the wedding that I just really couldn't focus full time on like my dance career at all. And I was just like, just trying to take classes, like any class I can get into. And it was just like very unfocused. Like I was just flailing. But January came around and I was like, no, after the wedding, I'm making the conscious decision. Like, I want to get signed to an agency. I want to start working. I want to do as much as possible. So when I'm ready to transition, because you guys know that I want kids, I can go into that phase of my life, like feeling good, and then hopefully like pop off like afterwards. Like, that's the plan. Yeah. So since January, I've learned some things. So one of them that really like I take with me to every class is, I can't remember who said this, but you need to just start acting like, not like you're the shit, but you need to just start walking into classes and taking classes like you got it going on already. Like, you cannot walk into class and like, oh, like I'm just taking class and like one day I'll be great. Like, you need to walk into class right now like you are already working, you are already signed, you are already got that shit going on. Like, you just have to have that energy. Your skill set will come, because there's days where I'm like, oh, I'm on point, and then there's days where I'm like, sis, we need to go back to ballet. Like, I don't know what's going on. But at all times you should have that energy, because it carries with you. And also, like, randomly people like vibe with it, and randomly people like, I'll have people like talk to me and I'm like, I don't see what you're seeing. I don't say that out loud because don't tell on yourself. But I'm like, that's fascinating. Like, that they like pick up that energy, and it's not like bitchy energy. It's just like, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Also, this is just like my personal like journey, but like, okay, so I love to change up my hair like a ton. I love the box braids, then I like the cornrows, then I like the ponytail, then I like to change it up a lot. But here's the thing. So when you do that, and when I was hopping around class to class, the teachers wouldn't remember me. Like, I don't know, like maybe my face is like I don't know, but I would change my hair and they would be like, have you been in my class before? And I'm like, oh damn, yeah, I was here last week actually. I had faux locks, like awkward, like, you know what I mean? And so they would forget my name, or like they would be like, wait, you kind of look like that girl, and I'm like, I am that girl. This is so awkward. So since then and it also matters with headshots too. I told one of my clients, I'm like, damn, I'm using a headshot right now that does not have the hairstyle that I'm using. Ooh. So just make sure that you stay consistent. I think to just help other people remember who you are, I think that really matters. So I've been doing the slick pony lately has been doing me so good, or the bust down middle part, but we'll bring her back another time. Another thing that I've learned is I needed to get the hell out of a heel. I love heels. Really, I get it. It's very empowering, all that. But like, the more I started to take class, like, and then the more that I started to like look into the jobs that I would like to do as a dancer, I'm like, wait, they're not even wearing a heel. Why am I training so much in heels? I love heels, trust me. And like, some of my favorite teachers are heels teachers. So I've since then made it a rule for myself to, like, if I'm going to take heels classes, I need to take as many hip hop, jazz funk, or jazz technique or ballet classes as I take heels. Like, I cannot take more heels classes than any other style. It's just is what it is. Like, it's so sad, and I really do. I love the energy of heels classes. I think heels is just a great, like, it's confidence boost. It's just everything about it. I do. But I think it would better serve me right now to train outside of a heel. So that's like a majority of the classes I've been taking. And I don't know what it like. I don't know. I think that I haven't posted anything because we haven't been filming in any classes. And honestly, it's not the point. Sometimes you just need to train without like a video. And it's so weird because I feel like some people feel like if I don't post it, then did I really train? Like, isn't that sad? Like, I grew up in ballet era. We never filmed our class. Like, you would be so weird if you pulled your phone out during ballet class and like filmed, but that's just the world we live in now. And lastly, so this one is ongoing, so I'll probably update you guys next week or yeah, but I did a thing. I actually went and auditioned for something and I didn't feel ready. The last time that I auditioned for something, oh my God, you guys, I was a mess. Like, it's been a while. I'll just say that. It's been a while since I've auditioned for anything. And going into it this time, like, I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel good at anything. But I was like, I owe it to myself to just try every single opportunity. Like, whether I feel good about it or not, like, you need to just try things and just put yourself out there. And so I did. And I just did my best. And I just had good energy. And I tried to, like, I don't know. It's so weird coming, like, dancing now as I'm like older, because back in the day, I would have just went into like the audition, like, first of all, with an attitude. I don't know what it was about my early 20s, but I just always had a fucking attitude, okay? And unprepared. I remember I showed up to a go-go audition completely unprepared, completely didn't have a song picked out, no headshot. I think I wore whatever the fuck I wanted to wear. Just like not prepared. I got booked back in the day, but she chewed me out for sure. She chewed me the hell out and was like, you need to be so much more professional. But I still booked it. I don't know how. But showing up, you know, now as a much more mature dancer, I just felt like, I don't know, I was like, kept my energy good. I was trying to keep the energy good of like everybody else that I was like, you know, practicing with, like, oh, you guys, like, we're going to do great. Like, we got this, like, you know what I mean? Like, and like, I was prepared. I stretched before, like, I did abs. Like, it was just there was just so much more preparation and groundedness going into this. And I did really well. And I actually made it. But here's the thing that I'm running into. And this is going to be something that I'll ongoingly talk about because I'm still learning the type of jobs that I would like to do as a dancer. Like, I think when people are like, I want to move to LA and dance, we're like, I'll do anything. But like, if Drake was like, go on tour with me right now, would I? That's a good question because I actually love my life. And I know that sounds so crazy, but man, like, uprooting my shit right now sounds so crazy to me. And I don't know if it's because I've struggled for so long to have stability. And now that I'm like stable, that I'm like, oh, I don't want to give that up, you know? But this job, there was a mention of like touring and like, listen, I'm cool for like video and like stuff that's Burbank based because I live like right here next to all the studios, like 5 minutes away. I'm like, cool. And I work Monday through Thursday. I'm a dental hygienist, you guys. And like, the thing is, like, I don't have like not a flaky, but like when I was an assistant, man, you tell me I'm quitting right now. Like, I don't care. But like, I can't do that. Like, my patients like depend on me. I love my patient. I love what I do. I love the office that I work for. I love what I do. I can't, like, I'm not lying. And so you know, I committed to this job, so I'm going to do it. So I'm going to make it work. However, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. I'm praying my job is flexible. I know they will be because I'm going to put that out in the universe, and they already know I'm a dancer and stuff. And so I have really good hopes. I'll keep you guys updated, but I have really, really good hopes. Okay. And I was talking about this with my coworker because we were like, what the fuck? What are we going to do? I was like, no, it's going to work out perfectly fine. But going forward, I think I want to focus a lot of my energy into like I don't know. There's like dance jobs that are like on Netflix and like HBO and like more like home based. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be gone for a while. I mean, I have to take a couple days off or something, but like traveling will be, less, hopefully. I don't know, fingers crossed. You have to remember too, like she's a wife now. Like my husband's in San Diego, so anytime spent away, like it's already hard because I'm away from him. So I'm trying to just juggle as much as I can and keep an open mind and not count myself out for things. Definitely not count myself out for things. Like I said, I don't know. If Drake asked me to go on tour right now, like I might be like, Aaron, you might have to come with me. Like, I don't know, we gonna figure it out, babe. Like Champagne Poppy, he want me to come. And Aaron is so supportive, so he's just gonna come with me on tour. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. And again, thank you so much for tuning in every week. I love having these conversations. I just feel like we just chit-chatting and all that shit. But I hope that this episode helps you find your motivator and I'm not even going to say stays motivated. Stay committed to yourself. Okay? Whatever you want to do, whatever is in your heart to do, I need you to do it. And not even me. The other people that are looking up to you that you have no idea that are looking up to you need you to do it. The people that are inspired by you, the people that you need to touch their world, they need you to show up for you. Okay? All right. I will talk to you guys next week. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week. Make it fabulous, bitch. And make sure that you send this to a dancer, artist, or athlete that needs to get out of their head and just get motivated and get some shit done. Simple. All right, guys. Later.